religious text. A little bit too deep. What do you think? It says, love as I have loved. I'm going to sand this and then block it and figure out exactly what I need to do next. The magnets are in there, hypothetically. Like that sticks. So that says quality first, and once I shine it up, you'll really be able to see. So basically, I'm just gonna sand this down. It should be on a level surface, it's not. Okay, it took some time to do my whiskey smokers. So now we got whiskey smokers, as you can see. The cool thing is I'm doing, what is that, 12 of them at once? And this should take 4 to 5 hours. So today we're doing an iPhone 12 that has a flickering screen. Excuse the cable that's floating here for my microscope flickering screen. One thing you'll know, it's a customer from next door. Once I get started, feel free to time me or throw a timer up, I don't really care. Some people do that, some people don't.
Because the deal is my anniversary is tomorrow and all this is going to be done by tomorrow.
So. I wish I knew that. I had heard he came out, he was supposed to get just the dimensions so we could give you a quote. He wasn't even supposed to take payment. There was nothing about payment. Give you a quote, we'll do payment later, it'll be fine.
Well, and he likes some of the other stuff. He said, well, hey, I could use this as an idea, and that's why I said, go ahead and take pictures of anything you want to. So
he's just the guy who wants to be a business owner, but can't get things straight. And so it turned into a big back and forth with me and him. I'm like, hey, if you can't do any of this, you don't want to do any of this, or if you want that much control, you need to be on your own. And so I was like, send the customer business info. I wished in the back of my mind, I was like, well, if it goes long enough, the customer's going to come by. Job's still on. Zach is out. So a customer came by, as you saw, talked to her for a while, took her next door, gave her the breakdown of exactly what Zach did. She doesn't care. Well, the problem is her anniversary is tomorrow. So I think that's why he waited till last minute and tried to the customer. So I told her about a week turnaround, and it's gonna go from there. So it is 7:59 on Tuesday night, and I'm not home with the kids because Kenny just left. Got a full life story. Zach, if you're watching, hey man, sorry it didn't work out. I appreciate you. As a human being, I appreciate you. It's just something's got to change for you, bud. All right, so this is stage one. Cut and glue up. This is all I wanted him to do. Once that is done, I will cut those into slats that are basically, what, 1.5 inches each, and then I will stagger, re-glue it up, and then I'll have myself 2 cutting boards. I can put one and may it out, and then, or mill it out, and then put it on the other if I need to. Just like California, unfortunately, we have people who show up after hours, and they say, well, I broke my stuff. iPhone SE. Turns out apparently they put vice grips on it to hold the charger in place. So not only do I have a screen, but a charge port cleaning, which we charge $25 for. I said possibly battery puncture because it looked like the battery was swollen, but we'll see exactly how that is once I fix it. And I'll let you know afterwards.
Later.
Cleaned out the charge port and all the grates too, just because the severity, it would not charge. So that's why she put the vice grip on there. $25 cleaning would have saved her a screen repair. Cute puppy though. The really difficult thing about doing 3D printing is when you mess up and you keep messing up. So this is 5 different 4-hour print sessions. This is not all of it. Went through 2 rolls of filament at $18 a roll, so it's $36 in 36 hours roughly. And for some reason, I just cannot get the sizing right for the screw holes. So can anyone tell me what's different about this piece compared to this piece? I was 1 single wooden pallet slice short.
The next day.
The next day we're gonna unpack all this since it's shifted. On the bottom it's shifted like 1 millimeter each way. So the only way I was thinking last night to fix it would be to cut it up again, do my thing. I got so much to do to get past all this. So I'm leaving, but I decided to make the joints. So I made these with some 45-degree angles and then butt them up CA glue and wood glue and then 90'd them. So I also cut it short because there's 0.75 inches on each side. So it's going to add 1.5 inches. So I've got this down to, instead of 20 inches, 19 inches with the 1.5 inches and 27 inches. I haven't seen their house, but they told me there was plenty of room, and she wanted a full checkerboard the whole 2 inches, but there's not enough walnut for that. There's just no way. Even with my mess up, it would be $400 in walnut if we did 2 inches after redoing the math when I met her. So I decided to do the barrier or the wall they originally wanted, and then I'm going to put walnut inlays on the corner to strengthen the corners. So once I chamfer that, it'll look like it's water falling around the edges. And then this is just over a 1/2 inch, so it's enough to, on the underside, pair that up beautifully. Just need to get this exactly square. It's a little off, and then I can put that on and get it done. So I'd say I did pretty well. Here's something funny. We reorganized the entire store. As you can see, it goes all the way down, just because. Why not? First channel letter is done. Took about 5 hours, 2 plates. Had to cut it 5 times. Giant M. I need to order new build plates so I can just swap the build plate, and then complete assembly later. Ta-da! Soap, soap, soap. Going to Nashville. Soap, soap, soap. It's my soap. I'm excited. It's her business, but I made the soap. So, end of a really lackluster day. I don't know why. Bunch of repairs. Staying busy. The new store, as you can see, looks quite amazing. This is on wheels, so it's angled like this. Now people can come in and they can view and browse a lot easier. Also, everything's in sight and browsing view. Now, I was working on some 3D prints that tried to fail numerous times. So I cut it with my scissors and then my knife and held it with my finger because I did not want this 8-hour print that is 2 A's to fail. Half of an A, and then it's cut. There's a slight, and I mean a slight, gap, like layer shift, as you can see where it started. So once that layer shift is done, that's the goal. Because I've got a whole massage channel letter set that has to be 14 inches, 4 inches, and 4 inches in thickness. That'll be great. 6 o'clock, I'm gonna head home now after cashing what's in Square, and then go from there.
Life can be super happy, life can be super sad. I'm trying super hard to separate the good and bad. I go back to my future just to get to my past, but knowing me, my DeLorean will probably